When it was first published in 1990, Mike Davis's City of Quartz hardly seemed a candidate for bestseller status. There was its author, for starters. Davis was a Marxist urban scholar whose primary contribution to the public discourse at the time consisted of a little-read book about the history of labor in the U.S., along with dispatches on related subjects in the LA Weekly and the New Left Review. There was also the book itself. Released by the lefty publishing house Verso, it was 462 dense, unsparing pages about the ways in which powerful interests in Los Angeles, namely, real estate developers, aided and abetted by politicians and the police department, had ruthlessly molded the landscape of the city to their whim. Print. The book contained a kitchen sink's worth of subject matter covering the design of corporate superblocks, cul-de-sac NIMBY-ism and the ongoing face-off between the cultures of boosterism and noir, buttressed by copious footnotes and references to Marxist theorists such as Antonio Gramsci and Herbert. And its cover? A looming image of the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown Los Angeles by photographer Robert Morrow. Yet City of Quartz quickly materialized on bestseller lists when it debuted. As reporter Susan Moffat wrote in The Times in 1994, Davis's work managed to turn local zoning battles into revolutionary high drama. It also turned Davis into a public intellectual. His visions of the city's spatial apartheid, as described in City of Quartz, had initially been chided as apocalyptic by some critics. But the 1992 uprisings, which left swaths of L.A. in cinders, showed that his analysis had been prescient. Decades later, in a 2020 podcast interview with Los Angeles critic and scholar David Kipen, Davis still seemed a bit baffled by his work's success. "I was utterly shocked that anybody bothered to read this book," he said. City of Quartz wasn't just read, however. It was devoured. When you judge the work of somebody, it's what the work itself did, the ways it makes us think differently, said historian William Deverell, director of the Huntington-USC Institute on California and the West. Equally important, how many ships did it launch? And City of Quartz launched so many ships, whether it's dissertations or conferences or articles. Davis, a writer whose work exposed L.'s social fractures and disquieted its most ardent boosters, and whose mark on the intellectual history of Southern California remains indelible, died Tuesday at his home in San Diego from complications related to esophageal cancer, according to his daughter and